Sorry, I'm just looking at you, and you're looking more bushified every time we sit around the fire. You know. It's still nice to see you enjoying it as well. It's just with everything. You're running around and you're busy, and it's already been noticing what's going on. It's very cool. Yeah. Cool. Nice. So tomorrow's
the first
Luries
one. And tomorrow, it's not specifically about a bird, but it's going to be more about how to identify a bird. There's a couple of things that you can. I don't want to go into too much because then I don't have to do the show. But it's how you look at a bird and how you can learn to identify it, even if you can see the whole bird and all its colors and other things for 4 or 5 minutes, because that's typically you don't have that luxury. You see a bird and it goes off. But with time and experience, you get to know what to look for and get some knowledge, and then you can already, maybe not to species level, but you can at least find out what kind of bird it is. And so I'm going to speak a little bit about that, and then I'm going to use a couple of birds as example of how you can recognize certain features of birds. Tomorrow the bird I'm going to use as examples are bateleur, which is a big bird of prey, the grey lory or go-away bird. Rexon spoke a bit about that one in the drive already today. Lilac-breasted roller, and the fourth one is
you do say that quite nicely, eh? The lilac-breasted roller. Just with your, sorry, I'm not taking a dig. I'm just saying with your accent, it sounds awesome.
Oh, okay, cool. And the Cape turtle dove. All these animals you can see on drives and at the waterhole, so they're quite common and also quite different. So it will be nice to point out some differences between them. So I've not completely finished my preparations yet, so I'm going to work on that after the Fireside Chat again, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow and just seeing how it goes.
We're going to eat wors after the Fireside Chat.
Oh, that's good.
That's become a big part of the tradition.
Wait for that.
You said just now, and I'm maybe talking too long. We're going to get Herman in just now, but when we sat down, he said that the days start merging into each other, and it really is. It's not uncommon for me to realize sometimes towards sunset only that I've got the day wrong by 1 or 2. But Sunday certainly always, at least now we know it's Sunday because we come and sit around the fire, and we also know for a fact that we're going to have coals later on. So it is also a nice tradition, both in having you here with us, but also just for camp. It's everyone in camp knows that Sunday evenings is going to be a bit of a fire, and we're going to talk a little bit with everyone, and then and also just talk a little bit more. Yeah, we'll talk about your presentation.
All right, cool.
Nice one, man. Herman, I'm sure, is on his way out here. Peter, can I steal some of your water? I brought water here for everyone,
sure.
But I drank mine way faster and grabbed some of the way out.
It's quite dry today.
No, that's the other thing as well. Summer has certainly arrived. It's getting warmer every day.
All right, I'll hand over the mic to Herman.
The mic.
How's it, Peter?
How's it, Herman?
Cool, man.
Rustig.
No, it's sorry, just for that chuckle where it comes from is I still sometimes play with the name Herman and Herman. It's one of those accent things. It's the same as my name, traditionally pronounced Pieter, which is quite tricky to get the tongue around for a lot of people. So it's funny how the names change slightly. But so welcome on the fire, Herman.
Shut.
It's been an interesting week for you as well. I know there's a few things we're going to talk about now, but like I said, we're going to talk about your bits. I don't know if you want to explain that maybe, but you've certainly been digging into it, which is nice.
I must maybe start off just by explaining what bits means.
Yeah.
It's basically, this is how Graham explained it to me. It's the B and the T and the S is for behind the scenes, and the small I, that's not a capital, the B and the T and the S is capitals, but the small I isn't. I think that's for internet. I don't exactly know what the small I is
for. Which is what it's doing. But you've been excited about the process of it and the storytelling, and it's been interesting just to see you sort of get to know and feel your way around it as well. I mean, like Marco, I don't know Marco, I hope you're still watching with us. Marco started that to a large extent, and you saw Marco in your early days here, but it's nice to see the different progression as well with different individuals. So tell us a bit about it. Why did you do what you did this week?
Yeah, well, I'll get to that just now, about the subject I had this week. But just the whole thing of trying to make it your own, trying to show things through your eyes is a very interesting process. Because immediately what happens is I'm involved with a lot of things that happen in camp, try and film that, and then try and get something from that and try and make a story out of it. So that's very interesting. So it forces me to be busy with a lot of things that happens in camp. This week's bits is about Peter's Pond, which is a very interesting interesting place to start off with. It's very close to camp, and it's a small little pond. Peter can maybe actually explain it quite well on the bits. So you
I'm
can.
not going to explain it too much now. I must say I've chucked about the name a few times. Rex actually started using the name, and I know there's a peach pond as well in Botswana. Actually, we got a handwritten note the other day from someone there that got passed along with a guest that was travelling this way, which was awesome. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about it now, but it's very close. Soon when summer comes along, we were just saying it's getting warmer and hotter, and guys in the pool more already I see, and it's just that everyone's getting more colour and so on. It is just with the pond, it's going to be fantastic with frogs and all the insect life around as well. So it's just a small pond back here. And that's the mic just dropped. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, what makes it Peter's Pond very interesting to me is because of all the small creatures that's around there, and every now and then you get quite a big surprise as well. Big creatures, big surprise, big creatures. Which was I had an amazing week. I spent a lot of time down there. It's very nice because you're, as Peter explains it as well, you're far away from camp to let all the noise and stuff stay behind, but you're close enough if someone really needs you, or if you really need it, that they can call you. So I think it's a very special place, and it's going to become even there's going to be more and more animals as we get more and more rain and stuff like that.
That's when you become a busy place, and I was just thinking about two things at the same time. One is that we didn't mention much of it, but there's also going to be, along with the... Is it not working? Let me just tell everyone my sound.
Yeah, Peter's sound at the moment is having a bit of a problem, but I think we'll be able to sort that out quite soon. Just to talk a little bit more about the bits in Peter's Pond. I did the subject for this week's behind the scenes was Peter's Pond, and I basically it consists out of Peter just introducing it and exactly telling us how he built it, because he actually built it while he was on leave, or was supposed to be on leave, but decided to stick around. It's got a very interesting story, but I don't want to tell all of it now, otherwise no one's going to watch the bits. You're more than welcome.
Can you hear me? Pete, how does that sound? Okay, cool.
Okay, but you want to grab this so long?
Yeah, let me grab that. Just got enough to get cable for this as well. Guys, just a quick battery change and we'll be fine again for sound. What I was thinking about, sorry, we lost our trend a little bit there with the batteries, but is that something else I was thinking about that I forgot to mention earlier is, along with We Learn, which is going to be Pitt's thing, there's also going to be a We Chat, which will be very, very casual, informal, later in the mornings, all the times and things you'll know about them as they come along, but it'll be basically sort of late to midday, almost late morning to midday, and it'll just be talking about a few things that might be going on around the water. And thank you, Pitt. Here's your microphone. All's good again. It'll be very informal. It'll be Tex and Rex or myself just chatting about a few things that's going on. So that's going to be interesting as well. And then something else, and that sort of adds into a bit of what we were talking about just now.